Hey guys, Autumn here, and tonight I am totally going to switch up the subject of what I've been talking about. So lately it's all been about gut health and leaky gut and things like that. But with this weekend coming up and Memorial Weekend, I am so excited about camping like I can't wait. And because I'm in Minnesota, the winters here are like super, super long. And so obviously I love when the snow goes away, but I love when camping season starts. And camping season starts, for me anyways, for Memorial Weekend. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about just a little bit in the different kind of campers. And I was kind of getting nostalgic tonight thinking about the campers that we've had and as the kids have grown up and just kind of the things that we've done together as a family, and kind of some of the traditions and stuff with camping. So tonight I wanted to go through some options just for different campers. For those of you that are maybe looking to upgrade to a different camper, or if you don't have a camper now and maybe it's something that you're looking at purchasing, and you may not know the different types or some of the differences in them. So one of the big things that the biggest type of camper, I guess I should say, are motorhomes. And there's different types of motorhomes. There's an class A, B, and C. So class A is going to be your biggest. It can be your most luxurious. You have all the different options. They can range from, I would say it depends on used or new, but you can be talking millions of dollars to get to the top of the line motorhomes, decked out and everything that you can actually think of, and then some things that you probably didn't think of that you wanted. So depending on how much money you spend, you can spend lots of money for a Class A. And those are the ones with the flat nose, so they don't have the extra storage overhead. So the Class B for motorhomes is a van type. So it's the smaller type, looks like a van. It's easy to get around in. So those are ones that you, even though you have just that one vehicle, you can kind of come and go. So you can set up at the campground if you want, but then if you're going to go on a day excursion to town or to go someplace that's close by or whatever, those are easy to be able to kind of come and go. Where a Class A, you're not going to be able to do that, especially the bigger ones. So a lot of times people will tow a vehicle with an A. A B, you don't need to do that because it is smaller and because it's like a van type that you can take that wherever throughout the day. And then a Class C has the cab that is overhead of the driver, so it sits kind of over where the driver and the passenger chairs are up in front, and that's for extra storage or for an extra bed. So a lot of times they are bed, but some people don't need them or use them for that, so then you can have the extra storage space and stuff that maybe you need for those. So those are the three types of motorhomes. And then some of the other different types of just regular type of campers, ones that you are going to pull behind a vehicle. So multiple choices with those. A travel trailer, it hooks on by just a ball hitch, and so that gives you options for a travel trailer. That gives you options for many type of vehicles to be able to tow that. So you can have an SUV, you can have a truck, some vans. The only thing that you need to be careful of with the travel trailers, because of how they hook on, is that whatever the weight capacity is for towing for that tow vehicle, that you actually have that capacity to be able to tow that camper. So that is something when our kids were younger that I think that was our first purchase, was a travel trailer, if I remember right. And that did hook onto the back. And so you have to remember that it's a ball hitch, and so it is harder sometimes to want to be able to back up. Sometimes people can run into problems with that. And if you don't have like a stabilizer thing on the back, it can swing a lot, especially in the wind. So my husband used to laugh at me because I would like hold the doors when the wind started blowing, and you can just kind of feel the camper move the vehicle that we had. So that's one thing with travel trailers that you kind of want to be aware of. Our travel trailer that we had, there's so many options that you can get for the layouts, but our travel trailer had bunks in them, and because we have 4 kids together, we had 2 bunks on each side. So we had room for the 4 kids in the back for bunks, which was an awesome option for us because we wanted to take all 4 camping, and then we had our own separate bedroom besides, so that was awesome with our travel trailer. One of the other types is a fifth wheel, and a fifth wheel is actually what we have now, but that is currently, it's the one that you have a truck to pull, so you don't have as many options for your type of vehicle that you're going to be using, but it goes over, sorry, my dog is doing crazy things. It goes over the cab of the truck, and so you have more stability as far as being able to go down the road, and the wind and stuff, you don't feel it as much. But there's a special hookup that you have to have as well, because it hooks onto the actual truck bed, and so you can't just hook it on to the ball hitch and go. So some people have a harder time with that, because you have to make sure that you have the vehicle for that fifth wheel to pull that. And then the other types of campers are folding and tent trailers, and then also toy haulers. So toy haulers are a lot like the fifth wheels and the travel trailers. They're basically set up the same in the front. The only difference is the back space that maybe is used, like for our travel trailer when we had the bunks. The back space is used for the toys that you bring with you. So if you have motorcycles or if you have four-wheelers and you want to bring those can fit into the back, and that's what toy haulers are for. So you still have the front living space, you have refrigerator, you have microwave, you're an all-inclusive. So you have everything that you need up front. You just have the extra room in the back then to be able to haul your toys with you, which is kind of cool. The folding trailers and the tent trailers, I have honestly not been in one, and my first thought, I have never heard of this happening to anybody, but I always think about bears are in the woods or at the campground, and so I have never been in one. That's not my choice, but what those are is you pull them behind, so they're easy to pull, and then the sides of them, you can kind of fold them down, hence the name. But those are great for if you have little kids and stuff that like camping. They really like those. The thing with those is that they have the mesh on the sides, and so sometimes, especially if it's raining, you can be more exposed to the elements, or if it's super cold, those are hard. Also with those too, they don't have as much storage. So if you want to bring a bunch of things with you for camping, you kind of have to be resourceful in how you pack your stuff to be able to pack everything. Some of those include bathrooms, some don't, and we're not talking a nicer bathroom, we're talking there's a toilet that you can bring. Some have showers where you can sit down and do the shower thing, but they're not going to have an actual shower. So there are so many different options for campers and camping and stuff, but honestly, it is so much fun to go with your family. Now that my kids are older, they don't go as much with us. So my husband and I go, and then also my mom and dad. And so we kind of still make it a family thing, but have a ton of fun doing it. So if it's something that you're thinking about, or you're looking at even upgrading what you currently have, if you have any questions, let me know, and I can hopefully help you out on some things that I've learned for the differences and stuff. And happy trails. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.